So for you die-hard Oasis fans, this video is for you. And you may recognize that sign in the background for Cranwell Drive. And this is the street in which the brothers, Liam and Noel, spent some of their childhood. And if I can, in a second, I'm just going to show you the house in which they grew up in. And this right here, guys, behind, that's the house where Liam and Noel grew up here in Burnage. And this is where we're starting today's run. 15k from Cranwell Drive to Heaton Park, where Oasis did their comeback tour this year in 2025. I want you to stick around to the end of the video for a little bit of a surprise, because as I mentioned when I arrived, I am taking on the Oasis 15k virtual challenge. Now, with it being virtual, anybody across the world can do this challenge. However, for the purpose of this video, and it actually not being too far from my house, I thought, you know what? I would do the official 15k that this event actually runs off. So we're starting here outside Cranwell Drive and we're making our way to Heaton Park. So guys, we're off. We are running through the streets of Burnage, currently going past Burnage Academy. So 15k has started. We're aiming to try and stick to like a 5-minute kilometre pace if we can, and just dust it off nice and easy. Going past St Bernard's Primary School, which sounds familiar when I did a little bit of research at this place as a potential primary school where Liam and Noel went to. Might have to fact check that when I get home. But it just seems like I recognise it, but we shall see. We are actually following Google Maps because I forgot to get the official Strava map onto my watch, but I have overlaid it on screen. It's pretty much a straight line all the way there, but I'm going to show you as much as I can show you and just keep checking in with thoughts, feelings and memories from growing up as a massive Oasis fan, and just the culture of rock and roll in the UK being the absolute best band in the world for that kind of music. So yeah, let's keep it going. So guys, some of my earliest childhood memories of being introduced to music came from my dad getting the original What's the Story Morning Glory album, and every time that I was in the car with my dad, that album was on, blasting through the speakers loud and proud, and we would play it over and over again, and I just felt like it was just tune after tune, banger after banger. And it actually got to the point where I'd asked for a Sony Walkman for Christmas. Yes, that's how old I am. So I got a Sony Walkman for Christmas and then practically claimed my dad's Oasis CD as my own, and I would just listen hours and hours and hours with that soundtrack playing, and I don't think I changed CDs in my Walkman for a good year, just because I enjoyed that album so much. So a lot of childhood memories are etched into those tunes. What's the Story, Wonderwall, Champagne Supernova, all the classics, all the karaoke bad boys, they're all etched into memories of being a kid. So yeah, we look back fondly on that. We are 3k into this run so far, nice and easy, enjoying just being out, running a new area, making this video. So I hope you appreciate the lengths that I've gone to driving here, wearing the Oasis memorabilia from the tour this year and filming this. So if you're a massive Oasis fan, drop a comment below. Let me know if you've got any Oasis facts and share them in the comments. But the biggest favour of all that you can do is like and subscribe to my channel. Let's go. So guys, we are about 5k in now. We're just in an area called Longsight, which I believe is actually the area where the Gallaghers were born before they then moved over to Ashburn and then eventually to Cranwell Drive at the start of the run, where they moved with their brother Paul and their mum. So yeah, so far so good. So guys, we are in the Piccadilly area of Manchester now, and I've got to admit, when the shows in Heaton Park were going on, just the buzz and the atmosphere in Manchester City Centre was electric. Don't forget, people have been waiting 20 years plus to see Oasis live, so to get the 4 days that we did was an absolute vibe. And yeah, this city, so much rock and roll history seeped into the architecture and the streets of Manchester. Such a great place for music. We had the Hacienda and all the other venues which just make British pop, British rock and roll such a good birthplace here in the city centre. So we've done 7.5k, so we're halfway there now to Heaton Park. So guys, just heading to the start of Bury New Road now, which will make our way to Heaton Park. And if somebody was to ask me like what my favourite Oasis song is, I don't think I could give a straight answer, because the beautiful thing about Oasis music is no matter what mood or emotion you're in, I feel like there's certain songs that can really lift you back up. So for example, when I'm feeling down and not in the best headspace, Stop Crying Your Heart Out is my go-to, because it kind of just says to me, look, you can do better, things could be a lot worse, so just crack on. And then of course you've got your classics, which if you're already in a good mood, just amplify that as well. So Oasis just having, you know, a whole variety of mood enhancers, which is perfect for someone like me that goes through varying different moods and energies across a week. But anyway, gonna put the camera away because we've got Strange Ways Prison in the background, and this area's a little bit notorious, so I don't really want anybody seeing me with cameras and things like that. So we'll hopefully see you on the flip side. Look at this, guys. I've ended up amongst the thick of a park run. Look at all these absolute legends getting after it on a Saturday morning, which has topped this run off. Just love seeing people getting out on a Saturday, smashing the runs, smashing the goals, taking the kids, taking the dogs. So yeah, we've got about 200 meters left of this 15k, and it looks like we're finishing in the middle of a park run, which is true Reese fashion. So guys, we made it. The Oasis 15k Cranwell Drive to Heaton Park, where we are right now. And I told you I had something special at the end. And what I've got here is pretty special. Dun, 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 dun. Look at this. It's an Oasis themed medal. Look at that. Mad for it. It's absolutely sick. To be honest with you, it's probably my favourite medal that I own. I've done 5 marathons, 1 ultra marathon, but yeah, the Oasis 15k medal is up there with my absolute favourite. So when I saw it online, I just knew I had to do this challenge, because this end of this challenge for me signifies pretty much the end of British summer, and to have had Oasis make a comeback tour here in the UK, in Heaton Park, in Manchester, where it all began. Like, it's just been special. And so guys, no Oasis themed video would be complete, especially when you're in Burnage, without taking that trip right there to Sifter's record shop. The record shop that was again frequented by Noel and Liam in their younger days, and it sits right here next to Burnage train station, which is pretty sick. I was going to try and go in, however it doesn't open until 1 p.m. and it is around 10:30 in the morning as it stands right now, so we can't go in. I was hoping to go in and get an Oasis album, but that can't happen unfortunately, and I do have other things to do this afternoon than wait until 1 to actually get inside. But yeah, there it is in the background, Sifter's record store.